Hello and welcome to my Flosstube. As you can see, I am at the coast. You might be able to hear it as well. Hopefully the wind won't be too strong on the microphone and you'll be able to hear this. I will just be doing pretty much this intro here, and then the rest of it I will be doing kind of as I show you my stuff as it sits on the table. That way I don't have to bring it here with me. That would not be good. So yes, today is another glorious day. It's at the beach. I have been able to get done a bit of stuff. I've probably been able to do I put my hands on 3 different stitching things this time in the last 2 weeks. I finished up the self-medicated, and I will show you that here. And I had showed you some of that the last video, and I got that finished. So let's show you how I did. There it be. It is quite a bit different than the pattern. I'll show you that again. So as you can see, the houses are all different. This I changed completely. This is, so I'll kind of show you those here. The flowers in here are very similar, but if you notice, like the yellow is more of a muted, the pink in here is more of a muted. I think this is as well. This purpley, whatever that was supposed to represent, I think that might be all the same colors that they suggested. The lettering is used the same floss. I did change the X's, so instead of, I don't know how well you can tell, it's actually pink on here, but changed it to more of a different shade of green. But yeah, I am loving this, loving it. So there is one finish. So for the one after I had finished the self-medicated, I picked up this, and this is Hare's Season Spring by the Primitive Hare. It's a little booklet, so there's lots of different patterns in it, and I had picked out this one to do. So home is where you hang your needleworks. Oh, so true. So I had purchased this fabric when I got this booklet. It has the roses and the cursive writing printed on it already. And I had finished the bird cage and just like a tiny little bit of the bird in January, and that's where I had started when I picked this up again. And not only did I finish this, but I FFO'd it. And that is this. So I already had this frame in my stash. It is a 12 by 12 frame. The fabric itself, with all the printed part, was closer to a 12 by 13 maybe. And obviously I didn't need to frame all of that, so end up kind of coming in a little bit on the sides in order to get it into this frame. So beautiful, beautiful, all finished. One thing I do want to point out is that in the pattern, it showed back stitching for this little hanger part right here, okay, kind of hanging off of the S. And I double checked because it was a little darker line, and I'm thinking, well, I think that's a back stitch. And then the pattern also labeled a specific thread for back stitching, and the only place on the whole pattern that it could have been was this. In the model stitched, they did not do it. I'll show you a little closer one. They did not put that hanger in. I don't know if it was an oversight or if they did it on purpose. But I really like it with it in there because it gives it a little bit, you know, grounded bit so that it feels like it's not just floating in midair. So I really like it. And there you go. All right, and the third one that I got to, because I had, finished the self-medicated, and then I had very quickly been able to finish the Home Is one, is that I picked up Hickety Pickety again. Very cute. Who doesn't love a chicken pulling a wagon? I mean, come on. So, I've been working on this for 3 days. And this is what I have gotten done so far. When I stitched this in January, I think I had done this pumpkin, possibly these 2 leaves, I think. And then on the top part of this is kind of a lacy look of the wagon. I did that. I think that was all I had gotten done. So as you can see, I finished a lot more. Pretty much the rest of the wagon except the wheel here. I got the other 2 pumpkins done. I got the lady's feet, shoes, most of the green part of her dress, a good portion of her apron, though it has to go clear up to her neck a little bit. So got quite a bit done, actually. Let's see if we can get this without a shadow. So getting there. If you notice, the pumpkins are a little hard to tell where one ends and one begins when they're next to each other. And I find this kind of interesting because I would probably have done the same thing if I had designed this, because I like things to be the color they are in real life. And the, pumpkins, besides having like white pumpkins or greenish kind of pumpkins, most orange ones are about the same shade, with very little difference. So I probably would have done the same thing. I would have found floss that was very similar, and then you just can't tell as well on the stitching. I mean, you can obviously tell by how high they are, but as for which one might be sitting in front of the other, that might be a little bit harder to distinguish. This is coming along. I'm really liking it. It's lots of fun. So yeah, I have, in the last 2 weeks, as I mentioned in the last video, I was going to be leaving the very next day to go camping. It's our church group. We all had individual sites, so it wasn't like we were sharing a group site or anything. And we did that. That was great. So I was busy with, now, before you go camping, you've got the preparation and you're packing and getting everything ready. So I had that going on. Then the actual time I was gone, and then you get home and you have to put everything away. And then the temperature decided to be really hot in the last few days. And so I have not been able to get a whole lot done in my yard. I've been doing more inside things, such as detailed cleaning, I would call it. So not just cleaning, but, trying to get things, clutter put away that you don't normally touch. If you're doing cleaning, you're just getting the major things and maybe a few smaller things. But for the most part, you don't do this more in-depth cleaning, which I've been able to do a little bit of. So that has helped me keep busy. Yeah, so it hasn't been a whole lot going on besides that. So there isn't a whole lot to share. I am going to show you some videos. Hopefully the little montage won't be too long, because I try not to make it a really lengthy thing, since you are here primarily for cross stitch and then maybe to hear about a few other things that are going on in our lives. So I will show you some clips of that. Yes, it's raining. So I think I will go to Walmart and Fred Meyer. Doing a little stitching while I'm camping. A little downtime, a little rest time. Time to get some stitching in. Plus, it's kind of clouded up again. Not sure if it's going to rain, so Better safe than sorry. Do you see this? This is not a bike ride. This is a bike push. My back tire is flat. I don't know why. So much for having a bike ride while I was there. Maybe you can just enjoy that beautiful walk for a little bit. So is that a fire just screaming for some marshmallows? I know I didn't say it. I am at Cannon Beach right now. This is behind me, Haystack Rock, very well-known place. At low tide, which it is now, the rock area in front of it, so kind of this area right in here becomes tide pools. So you can go around and look at, usually you see sea anemones, you might see some fish, maybe a little like hermit crab type style stuff. If you're really lucky, you might see some starfish. I know a couple years ago there was this something going on where a lot of the starfish were dying. So I did see one so far, but not a lot. So I don't know if they've kind of rebounded yet or not. The place that we went camping is farther north of here. It's about maybe 20 miles north of here. It's called Fort Stevens. It's near Astoria. If you look at a map, the campground is almost as the farthest northwest tip of Oregon that you can get, literally, right where the Columbia River dumps into the Pacific Ocean. So that's where we were for our camping trip. So it's been a lot of beach trips. Because I finally took my kayak out and was able to do some of that, it kind of gets you in the bug of wanting to do it. So when I came back, I also, I came back on a Saturday, and the following Friday, I went up to Mount Hood, and there's a lake up there. There's several lakes, but one called Trillium Lake. Beautiful, beautiful day, nice lake. It doesn't allow motorboats, so it's nice and quiet and peaceful, and you get a great view of mountain from the lake. So yeah, I did that. So another thing that I did, if you watched the last video, that I was talking about some of the things I was putting on my Bags by Wendy Instagram site that I was selling. I had shown you what they were. I hadn't actually listed them yet. Well, they are now listed, so you can go on that site and see what's for sale, how much they are, all that kind of good stuff. Hopefully the card section isn't too confusing. I have lots of cards, and I wanted to make it so that you could choose your own set instead of just having specific sets to choose from. So in each post, most likely there's 10 pictures. So you need to look at the post, scan through all 10 pictures, and make sure you look at all the posts, because you get to pick in each picture for each card. There is a number, a little tent type of piece of cardstock with a number next to it, so that you can pick which card you want for your set. You can determine how big the set is going to be. So you just need to put in your comments that you want it, and that you want, card number blah, 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 blah. Whichever card numbers you want, you pick and you put it in the comments. And that way you get to have the set you want. So take a look at that. If you're, interested in what I've got there, maybe you find something you really like and you want to get it. I hope so. Because I don't know if they're going to have a craft sale this year. I just don't know. Everything's still up in the air. School is being delayed a little bit for, some of them are actually delaying a start, but not only just a start, but even if they're having school from home, it's getting delayed even with that. So I'm sorry for all of you parents out there who have to deal with that. It's not going to be a lot of fun. So I need to now do the little giveaways for my anniversary that I had showed last week, which I'll show each of them again, and then I will tell you who won. Okay, so I'm going to do, let's do the cards first. So I had a variety of cards. Not sure, we'll see how many they want, but yeah, there were several. I'm not going to show you all of them, but there were several there. That is going to go to Fran Cohen. Yay, Fran! And all of these winners, I will comment either on their comment, or if I can find some other way to do a direct message, then I will. So, yay, Fran! Next, let's do the needle minder. So this was a really pretty little scroll kind of look to this needle minder, and that goes to Kendra Souter. Yay, Kendra! So I will comment on your comments or find a way to contact you. The next one, let's do Happy Dance. Love to do the happy dance. And of course, the birds are so cute. And I love stitching on the polka dot stuff. All right, Happy Dance goes to Christy Martin. Yay, Christy. All right, then we have, let's see if I got it up correct, the Christmas tea. I think my light's changing because it's getting harder to not have a glare. Little cute little mice, Christmas tea, and that goes to Patchy Pony Stitcher. Yay. All right, and then the very last one, the big one, was the Grime Guard, all the little safety pins, and the project bag. So it's the Tula Pink fabric. Of course, using the same fabric I used for the Grime Guard. Yeah, so 14 by 14 in case somebody didn't realize what size that was. And that goes to Linda Eskew. Congratulations, Linda, and to all the other winners. Yay! Do the little Muppet wave, Kermie. Ah! Congratulations. Anyway, I'm going to send you off from here and hope you're having a good day, good week, good month. I know summer's almost over, but we'll take advantage of what we can with what we have left. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye and we'll see you next time. Bye.